Kelly Jones. I am the Rising Associate Head of Teaching and Learning on the Goshen campus here at St. Francis. The mission of our school is to cultivate a compassionate, joyful, intellectual community that celebrates individuality and inspires independent thinking for life. At St. Francis, we take learning very seriously. We take students very seriously, and not just who they are as students, but who they are as people. Whether that's a 5-year-old learning how to play and cooperate alongside friends, or an 8th grader mastering physics formulas for their science course. You know, we care about students, who they are as people and who they are as learners. One of the things I love most about the St. Francis community is how your child will be known and cared for and loved by their teachers.
Hello, my name is RENEE HENNESSY and I'm the director of the preschool. Our preschool program is for children ages 2 through 5 years old. Each class has 2 teachers who team teach together. Between us, we have over 100 years of experience of working with young children. Our classrooms are inquiry-based and are set up to facilitate exploration of materials, problem solving, learning, and most importantly, independence. Our classes all have a schedule that they follow each day that include group meetings and snack time, music or movement, library, story times with their teachers, table activities, and free play. We spend at least 30 minutes outside in the morning playing on our 1-acre natural playground, and we also spend time playing on the playground in the afternoon. Every year, each class plants a garden box. The most important thing is that children are learning about where their food comes from and that they can be a part of the process of growing things. Another big part of our curriculum is the social and emotional development of young children, learning how to be a part of a group, learning how to speak up for oneself, learning how to speak up for a friend, learning how to share. These are all parts of the curriculum that we weave in throughout our day that are just as important as the academic pieces.
This is one of our kindergarten classrooms. In our junior kindergarten and kindergarten, the students spend most of their day with their lead teacher. The lead teacher teaches the core subjects, plus the students also travel to go to Spanish classes, music, art, library, and PE. As a progressive school, there's a lot of independent choice, independent movement throughout the building, big emphasis on play in our junior kindergarten and kindergarten. And then we also began the LIFT program, which is our uniquely St. Francis literacy instruction called Literacy for Thought.
Literacy for Thought, or LIFT, is a custom-built curriculum developed in partnership between St. Francis and Langsford. It marries best practices of progressive education methodology and scientifically based reading research. Our innovative program offers an immersive approach that empowers all students to become independent, joyful readers and thinkers who realize their full potential. LIFT begins in junior kindergarten and is carried throughout the entire lower school years.
Imagine this space filled with lower school children on a Tuesday morning, all excited, ready to hear announcements from their student council representatives about what's going on in their school week and things, upcoming opportunities to look forward to. This is our lower school music classroom.
Our lower school music students are taught primarily with ORF methodology, which engages their minds and bodies through a mixture of singing, dancing, acting, and the use of percussion instruments. Our young musicians come to class eager to play musical games, play instruments, and sing songs while learning the basic fundamentals of music.
World language instruction at St. Francis is less vocabulary drill and it's more experiential. It's based on conversations and true immersion in the language, working towards acquiring the ability to actually speak and read and write in the language. This is our middle school Chinese classroom, In our middle school, students have the option of taking either Chinese or Spanish, both of which are also offered at the high school level. Students in the early grades spend a lot of time performing and speaking, along with coordinating their actions. And world language begins in junior kindergarten. Students also start to get introduced to Chinese language and culture in 3rd and 4th grade, so that when they transition into middle school in 5th grade, they can choose to focus on either Chinese or Spanish instruction. This is one of our classrooms known as a pod. Come on upstairs and I'll show you around. This is one of our middle school language arts classrooms. We're upstairs in one of our pods, which creates a little bit more visual distance from the other classrooms. In our middle school language arts classes, students have a lot of choice in terms of what they read. We really try to make sure that students are active participants in their learning, both with their reading and their writing. In 5th grade, our language arts and social studies course is combined. Our middle school language arts curriculum, they create these capstone projects in which the students spend a whole entire semester researching, investigating, doing interviews, really taking a deep dive into a customized research project that they have designed and curated themselves, with their language arts teacher really guiding them along the side. Welcome to our main amp and our theater space. This is our main area where we gather as a community. This is used for performances of all kinds, for full school assemblies, for parent education scenarios. It's widely used and very much loved and appreciated.
This is Reed Gabhart, head of campus and director of the St. Francis Drama Project, which has a long tradition of excellent theater for middle school students, both on stage and behind the scenes. You'll see from our cast photos, we give our students experience with full-length plays and musicals from all eras. Recent shows include The Sound of Music, The Importance of Being Earnest, Anne Frank and Me, A Midsummer Night's Dream, with the language not watered down. And our inaugural show in our brand new theater last fall was the Thornton Wilder classic, Our Town. We belong to the National Youth Arts Organization and have won many awards the past 8 years for both shows and individuals, and I would love for you to be my guest at our next show.
Our Learning Center provides both academic support and remediation services for our students, for any student that may need that extra support. Sometimes this looks like executive functioning support, where kids just need help getting and staying organized. Sometimes this might look like direct remediation with reading or writing skills provided through the Langsford Learning Center. Our art program at St. Francis, beginning in the lower school, really helps students build their confidence and really encourages them to use their creativity. The students build their confidence as they delve into the creative process. They sharpen their skills and they become comfortable discussing their work. All of our art classes offer students activities that encourage them to explore different approaches to solving visual problems. And also, our art classes allow students to challenge themselves by working within given parameters. Our lower school students also use the Origo curriculum for math instruction. All our math classes in the middle school meet at the same time, so if students need to bump up a math level or move down a math level, we can make that happen very easily based on what the students need. St. Francis Science Department has a really clear set of goals. We want to instill a love of science and respect for the natural world in our students. We want them to have a scientific approach to thinking that will carry over to their everyday lives. And we want to promote science literacy in order for students to become confident learners and educated global citizens. Our science program also includes a lot of time spent outside, integrating with our garden program. We do human impact studies with our students. They learn about composting. They learn about the water cycle. It's a very hands-on science program where students both take great joy in what they're learning and also are very intellectually stimulated. Part of being a joyful human being in a joyful community involves movement. We have at least 2 recesses a day for all of our students, junior kindergarten through 8th grade. This gives the students an opportunity to really get outside and move and play and develop more of their social emotional skills as well. As far as our athletics program at St. Francis, we also start that in the lower school. Students can play basketball, soccer, field hockey. They have all of our sports listed on our website if you're interested in more information about particular sports that we offer. One of the wonderful things about our 64-acre campus is our capacity to have animals that our students can learn from. We've had goats, we have chickens, we have wetlands, we have all of this space where students can explore and where we can teach sustainable farming practices to our students as well.
Thank you so much for watching our virtual tour of the Goshen campus. We look forward to seeing you in real life in the near future. In the meantime, our admissions team, Tricia and Kelly, will be in touch and are happy to help you. You and your child will love being a part of St. Francis School. You're making the right decision by considering us. In times of uncertainty in particular, a warm, caring, small school where relationships are prioritized is so important. We can't wait for you to join us at St. Francis.